Well, if there's any time for a giveaway, it would be a milestone like this. So the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, this is what I'm planning. I've just put together six little packets here. They've all got different types of opal. I've tried to be pretty broad. I've kept them fairly small and straightforward, so for anyone that's just starting out, doesn't have much equipment or anything, they should still be able to get some sandpaper onto these. There's no sandpaper currently, but I will be adding a couple sheets of sandpaper to it just so that you've got an idea of what to look for in your local hardware store. I'll probably add a little bit of cerium oxide as well and a little square of leather for you to try to do some polishing. So this is it. I guess we'll just start one bag at a time. There's a little bit of mintaby here. So a few nice little small pieces with some colour bars in them. Hopefully they'll face. We'll see. Mintaby's always tough, so it could be a whole heap of nothing, or it could end up with some really nice stuff. You can't really see it too well, even the colour bars, just because it's fully dry. I guess we'll mention this one. This is just a small sample, 2 little bits of Indonesian wood opal. So I've listed here, in oil yuck. There's a second bag in there to try to keep the oil from getting anywhere else. So I've made sure he's very well sealed because that baby oil is pretty disgusting. But you know what? I'm doing an assortment and I had some lying around, so why not? Cooper Petey. So here I've put in a fairly nice shell. It's not got a lot of colour to it, but it's just a nice opalized fossil shell. I love these things. Colour, no colour. This one's a no colour, but it's a cool little specimen. I'm sure someone will enjoy it. And then I've got assorted bits, so a small little piece of crystal there. The rest are more that one's a bit crystalline, but the rest are fairly white with the old multicolour in it. It's not going to come up too well on the camera, but the person that gets it will be pretty happy. So now this is one that hasn't been showcased on the channel yet. You are definitely reading that correct. Pink opal from Western Australia. It used to be thought that this didn't exist in Australia and that the only pink opal was, I think, from somewhere in South America. I have to double check. But yeah, small little square from Western Australia, where we get a little bit of pink opal there. It's quite cool. It'll come up on the channel when I explain it a bit more. Small pouch of my favourite, some boulder opal from Queensland. So it's got a nice piece here that's a bit of a pendant stone. I've actually got another one that's kind of similar, but I put the better one in here. It's got a nice little face on it. It should brush up, I reckon. And not a lot of work to do on it, just to scrub it a little bit more, get the pits out of it, and you're pretty much good to go. You can drill a hole in it and string it up if you want. A more crystal-y kind of one with less ironstone backing. And then just a wild piece that you might be able to get something out of if you get lucky. It's just, I haven't touched it, so it's just a nice rough piece, but could be a bit of fun. I'm interested to see how the person goes with this piece in particular. So I'll keep in touch with whoever does win. And then of course, your classic Lightning Ridge, New South Wales. And here I've tried to pick out a couple pieces of really dark black with a blue flash. It's not going to come up all that well through the plastic bag and all. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, no, it's not going to show up. It's a really sinister looking blue flash. There's a couple pieces like that. There's a couple pieces more like this. There you can see the flash. So crystal pieces, black pieces, some like a little white cap piece, and a piece of I have no idea what. It's just the outer crust, untouched material. So who knows? I could be giving away an absolute stunner, or it could be nothing. But this will give people a good idea, especially if you're a beginner, what Lightning Ridge kind of opal is like. And this one had a little window cut into it and didn't show much, so that might just be a practice piece. It's these kind of pieces that you should probably begin with, just ones that look like they have very little potential, and then save the ones with the flashy bars in them for a little bit later. So that's it really. We've got a bit of opal from all over the place. I tried to keep it pretty broad. I don't have a lot of Andamuka lying around, and Andamuka matrix, so I haven't been able to put any of that in, but who knows, you might be surprised and there might be a little chunk of Andamuka in this, whoever wins. So on to the winning part. How to win. This is the first giveaway, so I've got no idea what I'm doing. All I'm planning is everyone that leaves a comment, I guess I should say the like, comment, subscribe thing, but really it comes down to the comment, leave a comment, I go through them, I write your names down into a spreadsheet, and we just use a random number generator and pop out a name. And then that person I'll try to get in touch with, either through YouTube or Facebook or wherever. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. And we'll try to find that person. If it completely falls through, I'll just respin the wheel. So, quite straightforward. Just leave any comment. No comment's a bad comment. Actually, having mentioned that, I'm going to take a screenshot of a comment that was left on the last video. This is the only example I can think of a bad comment. Don't leave a comment like this. It was just some low-key weird racism, which I didn't even know. I've never experienced that kind of attitude towards Australia before, or Australians. So I'm not sure where that came from. The person got a little annoyed. They're just an old, demanding type of person. They were upset that I didn't reply to a comment they left somewhere, like on a 2-week-old comment string, and yeah, he got a little bit upset. But I'll save the screenshot just as an example, and then yeah, basically I'll just delete it off the channel. That person won't be commenting any further. We don't need none of that in this channel, so unfortunately they've disqualified themselves from the giveaway. Bad time to get yourself disqualified, but everyone else just gives you more of a chance. So here you go. 6 little pouches, could be 7 if I find some Andamuka lying around. Chuck your name in the hat to win it, and I'll give it, I don't know, a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, and we'll pluck out a winner. Good luck.